Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope all of you are doing fine, and I hope you all have that Josh high with regard to the CLAT and other law entrance examination. My name is Mentor Pooja, and I am one of the mentors in Career Launcher for CLAT and other law entrance examination. Now, there is one question that most of my students ask me, and that is with regard to the reading speed, right? This is something that most of the aspirants are very threatened about, and that is why I have come up with this session to help you out in this in a wholesome manner, right? Yes. So how to increase your reading speed, right? So most of us have our own level of speed when it comes to reading. It entirely depends on how much time, how much practice have we given to the reading in our lives so far. Yes, so it's mostly with regard to the practice, but what should we do if we don't have a very decent reading speed, or not at least at par with the level that is required in the CLAT examination or other examination, other law entrance examinations as well. Yes, so let's first of all understand why is reading speed important at all, right? Why do we need to have good reading speed when it comes to CLAT? First of all, I hope most of you have been aware of this, that CLAT has changed its pattern, right, in 2020. Now, since the time the CLAT has changed the pattern, we have seen the kind of question they have been asking. Now, the number of question has been decreased, but the length of the question has increased. So most of the questions now are passage-based question. They require you to read the passage, comprehend the content, then read the question, and then mark your answers, right? So that becomes a very tedious process, becomes very reading extensive kind of exercise, right? So CLAT can be called as reading extensive examination, wherein you are supposed to read a lot, yes, comprehend it at the same time, and then answer their questions. So since they have changed the pattern, all these skills are required, and hence we are supposed to work on our reading skills as well. Now, you may ask, my students keeps asking, you may ask that why reading speed? You know, why do CLAT consortium want us to have decent reading speed? What's the use of it? Yes, pehle wala to aasan tha. We had just few set of questions, we would just answer it, and we are good to go, right? Why do they want us to have reading speed also, and then plus time management? See, the profession you are going to subscribe for, right? That is the legal profession. This is a reading extensive profession wherein you're supposed to read a lot. And that is why it becomes very crucial to have such a paper, right, that is inclined towards reading extension. So that is why it becomes, important. It's actually to groom you in a manner from this stage itself to prepare you for being a better professional in future, right? So let's understand how can we work on our reading speed. First and foremost is, until and unless you don't keep a track of your time, you won't be able to enhance your reading speed. Yes, so whenever you are reading anything, yeah, every day make it a practice. Whatever you are reading, at least like 1 minute ka timer, set 1 minute ka timer, and then start reading, and then see, keep a track of it as to how many words are you reading per minute. Yeah, and then keep a track of it every week, every month, and see how much are you improving. Yes, whenever you improve, reward yourself, right? After every 15 days or 20 days, when you see a significant improvement, reward yourself, and this way you'll be encouraged to work on it even more. Basically, do it in a goal fashioned manner. Make a goal. Yes, make a goal for every week, for every month or fortnight, whatever suits you, and then place a timer, set a timer on the basis of such time, 1 minute timer, 2 minute timer, and then uh, take your, start reading. All right. Not only that, I'm sure most of you would be reading newspapers. Yes, I'm assuming that. Now, when it comes to newspaper, it serves a lot of purposes for CLAT and these kind of examination. Now, what sort of purpose am I talking about? First and foremost is, of course, your current affairs. Secondly, it comes to vocabulary. But thirdly, the most important thing is it gives you a really good opportunity, a good chance to work on your reading speed. So when you are reading newspaper, all right, you read the heading. When you go to the content, always try to develop a skill of skimming through the lines. Okay, scan through it. Try to ignore all those meanwhile, hence, therefore, if, but, all of those words that you don't require a lot in order to comprehend the content. Okay, those are words that just, they, of course, they are, those words are important in order to express, you know, a certain idea, but you need not get into it a lot in order to comprehend as to what the author is trying to say, right? So that is a practice that you can develop daily, since you have been reading newspaper daily, as per my assumption. So I'm just suggesting that here, this is a very good opportunity that you can develop the skills. Third is read, 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 and read, right? So when we talk about sports, they say that jitna practice karo, utna zyada nikharta hai, right? When it comes to art, the more riyaz you do, the more better you get. In the same way, here in case of reading speed also, the more you read, the reading speed enhances. All right, so start reading. Now, there would be people who would say, I don't like reading. Okay, and secondly, they would say, I have this pure pressure of reading very heavy books because my friends are reading these kind of books, and when I start picking up those books, I lose my interest. Yeah, so there are these kind of people. First of all, those people who don't like reading this profession, I mean, you need to rethink about this profession if you don't like reading. Okay, because this is something, this skill is something that you would be needing in your future profession. Okay, and secondly, those people who are into peer pressure, that I need to read only those famous books that my friends are reading and that are very difficult to understand, comprehend, and you know, you don't get interest in that. Listen, hide yourself and start reading. You would be having your library at maybe in your school or at your home. Yes, pick up any book that you like, be it fiction, be it non-fiction, be it magazine, be it anything. Okay, and start reading every day, 1 hour or 30 minutes, but keep a track of time. How much are you reading? For what time? How many pages? How many words? Keep a track of it. Okay, so that is how you will be when you keep a track of what you are reading and how much are you reading and within what time are you reading how much. In that case, you know, that is the way by which you improve your reading speed. Okay, so reading is the must. Now, apart from that, there are very small things, miscellaneous things that you can take care of. Like, for example, you can use a marker, yes, to mark as to where you are, so that you don't lose your focus, you are not distracted. Yes, or you can use the pointer. If you're reading on the screen, use the pointer. Yes, apart from that, I would say read from both online and offline sources. Yes, when it comes to reading books, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. If you're reading newspaper or book, read it offline, but also go online and read. Why? Because when you read something online, there are a lot of scope of distraction. And once you're able to fight that urge of getting distracted, yes, automatically your focus increases. So challenge yourself that way. So read both online and offline materials. For offline, you would be having your newspaper and your books. Yes, for online, go read some article. Yes, open the Indian Express and you can read something from there. Yeah, any newspaper or you know, any news article or any legal update. Yes, all of those you can read. Apart from that, when you are attempting the test, the mock test, or maybe the sectional test, or any test, okay, or any question, basically, I would always suggest, first of all, skim through your questions. Okay, especially in the reading comprehension kind of section, it becomes very difficult to comprehend the passage in the initial stage. Why? Because you have no idea what this passage is about. Yes, when you're reading a book, suppose a book is on economy of India in 2020, say, okay. Now, in that case, this book is going to talk about economy of 2020 India. Yes, suppose there is a news article that is talking about, say, Virat Kohli being the best captain so far. In that case, you know what the content is about, the crux the uh, of the article that you're going to read, and that is why it will be easy for you to comprehend it. In the same manner, when you read, I would not say go and read the question very carefully. Okay, just skim through it. It was scan karena very quickly. Just scan it very quickly. See what is it about. It is just to ensure or just to get an idea as to what this passage is going to be about, what this passage is going to throw upon me. Okay, so you get the topic, you get the subtopic and all of that, and then you go to the passage and you start reading. Now, then comes the vocabulary. Okay, a lot of times what happens, we read the sentences and then we keep rereading it. Why? Because we are not able to understand what is it saying. Okay, either that is happening because you are losing your focus, okay, or it is happening because you are getting stuck somewhere in a particular word that you're not understanding. Okay, so when your vocabulary is not strong, or say you're not very good at it, all right, in that case it will happen that you'll keep stuck in somewhere while reading the sentences. So it becomes very important to work on your vocab as well. How would you be working on your vocab? Of course, through newspapers, through reading books. Yeah, so make note of all those words that you're not understanding. Refer to the dictionary, see how it is used. Yeah, how it is used in different sentences, and how is it being used in my newspaper or in my book. Yeah, so that way you get an idea, you get the essence of that word, and once you understand that, फिर बाद में later on if you get that word in any passage or anything, you need not वो जरूरी नहीं है that you need to mug up the meaning of the word. Okay, you will just get the essence of the word, and it will be easier for you to comprehend as to what the sentence is all about. All right, so working on vocab also becomes important when it comes to working on your reading speed. All right, so when you start understanding the vocabulary, automatically you will start comprehending as to what the author is trying to say in this particular passage, right? So when we talk about reading comprehension section, it is not just about reading, right? It is also about comprehending. So for that, you need two things. First of all is focus. Second of all is vocabulary. Good hold on the language. Yeah, work on your English, work on your vocab. And the more you read, the more improvement you will see. All right, so this was it. And as it is said, as practice makes perfect, I cannot but make progress. Yes, so the more you will practice, the more progress you will see, and keep a track of it so that you get to know as to how much are you progressing. Yeah, that is very important. So that is it for today's session. Thank you so much, everybody.